So the materials needed are your fishing line, your scissors. So the scissors I have two, the normal one and the one specifically for beading. I have my 6mm keep shape beads here, and then also I have 10mm pearls. I've had these pearls for like more than 10 is too much, 5 years. Okay, yeah, I've had it for a very long time, so I decided to use it for this tutorial. So we will start by picking our beads. I will pick 5 beads, so I have my 5 beads, and then string it on the thread or the fishing line, anyhow you choose to call it, and then you cross the 5th bead to have a ring of 5. Okay, so this is it. This is what we have. So next I'll hold my 2 ends together, separately, so pick 4 beads, 2 on each side of the thread. So I'll put 2 on the left, put 2 on the right, and then pick another bead and cross it, crisscross it. I think that will make much more sense than just saying crossing it. Okay, so you crisscross it with both sides of the thread. So you're going to repeat this one more time. Sorry, these animals, I cannot do away with them, forgive me. So you pick 4, you put 2 on the left, 2 on the right, you pick 1 bead and then you cross it. Oh my god. And then you crisscross the 5th bead, and this is what you should have. Okay, so you should have rings of 5, 6, 6. Okay, so the last or the next one we are going to do is going to be a ring of 5. So I'll go ahead. So we started with 5, ring of 5, so we are ending this row with a ring of 5 as well. So I'll pick 4, fix all the I'll fix 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Hope that is clear. 2 on the left, 1 on the right, and then you cross the last bead that is left in your hand. Hope that was clear. So we have 5, 6 is 5. Okay, so you pick 5 beads, and then you, like I'm showing you, you put all the 5 on the left side of the thread, depending on how your work is positioned. Okay, but if you're going according to what I'm doing, then it's your left. So you put all the 5 on your left, and then you cross the 5th bead, and then next you enter these 2 beads here, the next 2 beads with your right fishing line or your right thread, and then you pick 3 beads. Okay, you pick 3 beads, you fix all of them on the left, and then you cross the 3rd bead. Hope that is clear. Cross the 3rd bead to have this. Okay, so next you enter the next 2 beads with your right fishing line. You see that after crisscrossing the beads, the threads change, but don't worry about it. So for us, it is in your right hand, it is your right thread. Okay, so you enter those 2 beads with your right thread, and then you pick 3, put it on the left thread, and then you cross the 3rd bead to also have a ring of 6. You do same for the next one. You enter the next 2 beads, you pick 3, put 2 on the left, and then you cross the 3rd bead. Yes, okay. So next, when you get to this point, you enter this bead. Okay, only that bead, and then you pick 4 beads. Okay, so with the 4 beads, you put 2 on the right side of the thread, you put 1 on the left side of the thread. Okay, so I don't know where that clip went. So when you get to that point, you put 2 on the right, 1 on the left, you cross the 4th bead, and then when you have that, you pick 5, just like we did for this when we were starting the second row. Okay. So it's just a repetition. Just have to take note of when to do that, but I'm going to do that more in while we are doing it, so don't worry about it. So here I'm just entering 2 and then picking 3. Okay, so it's only when you get to the end, and this, you see, we started with 4 circles, 4 rings. We went on to get 6 rings, and then this third row that we are doing, we are going to get 6. Sorry, the second row is 5, and then the third row will be 6 rows. Okay, 6 circles, sorry. So when you get to the end here, I'm gonna repeat it. So when you get to the end here, you enter only 1 bead on your right, and then you pick 4, 2 on the right, 1 on the left, and then that one in the middle there, you cross it. Okay, so here I'm fixing the 2 on my right, 1 on the left, and then you cross this last bead left. So that was what I was doing, and then I don't know where that clip went to, couldn't find it. So yeah, this is what I was showing you. So with these 3 rows, now we are going to stop the increasing, and then we're going to start with decreasing. So this 4th row that we are going to make, the first ring we're going to make is going to be a ring of 5. So I picked 4, fix it on my now left thread, and then cross the 4th bead like you're seeing. So you have 5 rings like we started, and then you go ahead with your entering 2, picking 3, entering 2, picking 3. Okay, so it goes on like that. So this, when you get to the 4th row, the first ring that you will make will be a ring of 5. Okay, so when you get there, then we are done with the increasing, and then we're going to start with the decrease. So I'll meet you when I'm done with the 4th row, and then here I am. I'm almost done with the 4th row, not done yet. So I entered 2, and then I've picked my 3 beads. I'm crossing the 3rd bead. Okay, so when you get to the end like this, you enter this 1 bead here, and because the first ring up there was made up of 5 beads, we are going to make this one 5 beads as well. So I'm going to pick 3. So with the 3, 2 on this side. So here I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry, I think that is it. I mean, sometimes you get confused. Okay, so it's not like doing the giving out the instructions while you're doing the video, but when you're doing the voiceover, sometimes you get confused. Okay, so you put 2 on the right, and then you cross the 3rd bead like I showed you. So to continue, now you're going to be decreasing it. Okay, so you enter the next bead on your right, just 1 bead like you've seen. Okay, and then you pick 4. So the first row we made was made up of 4 rings. We moved on to 5 rings, 6 rings, and then the 4th row that we just finished is made up of 7 rings. So we are going to be decreasing it till we get to 2 rings. Okay, so next you enter the next 2 beads, and then you pick 3. That's basically what we're going to do to complete the rows. Okay, yes, so here I am almost done with the 5th row, and I'm going to enter these 2 beads. So unlike the decrease, when we started and we were increasing it, here because we are decreasing, I'm going to pick 3 and then fix the 3 beads on my right thread. Okay, and then cross it with my left thread. It's different from how we were increasing the rows, but here we are decreasing it, so it's quite different. So when you have this, you enter this bead here with your right fishing line, right thread, and then you go ahead to pick 4 beads. Okay, you pick 4, you cross the 4th bead to have your ring of 6. Okay, so I just flipped it. So yeah, you just continue the same process with the turning and all that. So when you get to the end, the same thread that you used to enter the last 2 beads, that is where you're going to fix your 3 beads, and then use the other thread to cross it like this. You enter the next bead like I'm doing, only that one. When you're starting the row, you enter only 1 bead, and then you pick 4 to make that ring 6. All right. So please, at this point, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. If you see this video as a helpful video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. Okay, so here I'm at the end again, so I'm just going to be repeating the steps that I've done before. So you watch carefully. If you grasp it, you can maybe forward it a little bit to where you've gotten to, but for the sake of my beginners, let's go. So you continue the same process, and then so here we have 4 rings, right? So this very row that we're going to do is going to be made of 6 rings. Hey, did I just say 6? 3, sorry. So this ring is going to be 3, so it means this is our last but one row for this part. Last but one row for this part. Please subscribe, okay? It's very important to me. Do subscribe and share So last row here, my thread was very short, but I told myself no, I'm not going to let it go. But I'll advise you not to work till the very end of your thread because it can be pulling off. But I had to do this, okay? Yeah, but it's because of the video. After I was done with showing you, I lose the top 2 rings, and then I used a different thread to do it, okay? So do not try it. I will not recommend it. Yes. So here I'm done. So because the thread was short, I was creating knots in the beads. So here I was just finishing it up. If you have a longer thread, you can continue with the same method. Don't mind what I'm doing. Because the thread was short, that's why I was doing this. And this is what we need, okay? This is what we need. So we are now moving on to building the side, the main body. So I cut a new thread. I'm going to go through these 2 beads that I'm pointing at, okay? And then this is where my pearls comes in, okay? So I'll pick 1 pearl. I'll pick 1 pearl on the top fishing line, or the left one. Pick 1 pearl, 2 white, and then pick another pearl, and then I'm going to cross the last pearl that I have picked. Hope that is clear. So to continue, you enter the next 2 beads like we were doing for the rows, how we were building it up. Then you pick 2 white, and you pick 1 pearl, and then so this row we are going to be crossing the pearls, okay? So you pick 2 white 6mm beads, or whichever beads that you're using, and then you cross the bigger bead, okay? So with these pearls, round pearls that I'm using, you can use any bigger bead of your choice, or it can be straw beads, those long straw beads. You can use that if that's what you have available. But I had these pearls, like I said, I've had it for so long, so I just decided to make it useful Okay, so I had to use this. And then you can also use bigger size. This is 10 mm. You can use 12, any size of your choice. Okay, just be playing around with your beads, and that would define how creative you are. Okay, so you continue with this process. You enter two, you pick two white, one pearl, you cross the pearl. You continue with the same process till this very row is done and dusted. Okay, so you continue to get it also. Like I've said, please subscribe. Okay, and then follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So I've added crocheting to my brand, so the name now is Maze Beads and Crochet. Maze Beads and Crochet. So you go to Facebook, search for Maze Beads and Crochet, you follow. Go to Instagram, search for Maze Beads and Crochet, you follow. TikTok, Maze Beads and Crochet, you follow. And then my channel on WhatsApp is Maze Bead Glam. And then you can also reach out to me on via WhatsApp with my WhatsApp number. So here I was done, almost done. Let me say almost done with the first one. This is how it looks like. So to 10, you pick one pearl first. So this time we're fixing on the right thread, okay, because we are going to 10. So you pick one pearl, two white, instead of picking two white first and then one pearl on the other side. Here we are picking one pearl first, two white on the right thread, and then we're going to cross the second bead like you've seen in this video right here. Okay, so next you enter the next bead where I have pointed to with your right fishing line. And this very first row that we made with the pearl, the second one I'm going to be making it with the beads, the white beads, the white beads. And that is how I'm going to do it. Okay, so instead of the pearls, I'll be crossing with the same white bead. So by the process is the same. You enter two, you pick two white. This time we are crossing with white, so you pick another white and cross it. So in simple terms, you enter two, you pick three white, and then you cross the white. Okay, and that is how you're going to cover or finish up this second row that we have here. Okay, so like I was saying, please follow me up on my socials. Okay, if not anything, be liking my posts. If not anything, be liking my posts. Okay, so here I'm almost done with the second row as well. So I'm going to finish up this row. By picking three beads, one on the left, one on the right, and then I'll cross the third bead. Okay, take note of this side, one on the left, one on the right, you cross the third bead. Now because it's a new thread, I make sure I have equal size of threads. Okay, so to start the next row, the third row, you pick one, because this time I'll be using the pearls to do the crossing. So you pick one white first, one pearl and two white like you've seen. So one white first, one pearl, two white, and then you pick one pearl and then you cross it. And then we are back with the same process. You enter 2, you pick 2 white, and then you pick 1 pearl to do the crossing. And this is how this row is done, just like the first row that we did. So it's the same, and then you have to be repeating the process, and that is it. So at this point, if you have any question, if you have any suggestion, if you have anything at all you want me to know, you can leave it either in the description box or send me a WhatsApp message or message me on any of the platforms, be it TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Okay, I'll respond as soon as possible. Yes, so I'm going to wrap up the 3rd row, and then we'll be almost done with this tutorial. Okay, so when you get to this point, you enter 1 bead like I have done, and once again on that same thread, the right thread that we entered the 1 bead with, okay, you're going to pick 1 white, 1 pearl, and then 2 white beads. Okay, so here 1, but I'm going to pick another and then cross it. Okay, so just like how we started, we are ending it that way, and then you continue with the white row. Okay, you enter this side, but I had already made the other side of camera, and then I'm just going to join it with 1 white bead. So this middle part that I'm pointing at, I didn't add a row of white in between. Okay, so you can decide to do that all through instead of doing 1 pearl row, 1 white row, and all that. Okay, yeah. So to join it, you pick 1 bead with the top side of the thread, and then you enter 2 beads from the other side like I am doing, and then you pick 1 bead and then you cross it. You pick 1 bead and then you cross it like this. And so when you are done with your right thread, you enter 2 beads on your right. Okay, enter 2 beads on your right with the right thread. Okay, and then you enter 2 beads on your left with the left thread. Okay, and then you pick 1 bead and cross it. And that's basically how we are going to join these 2 parts together. So you pick you enter 2 beads on your right with the right thread, you enter 2 beads on your left with the left thread, you pick 1 bead, and then you cross it. Okay, and that's basically how we are going to finish up this bag. Now when you're done joining it together, it's now time for the handle. So you can use any handle of your choice. You can use metal handle, wooden handle, any handle of your choice, but I just wanted to play around with my beads, so I use beads for the handle, and here it is. Okay, so it turned out cute, but I'm going to change the handle later. So this is how it turned out. Thank you all so much for staying with me throughout this tutorial. If you're still watching this video at this point, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Sharing is very important as subscribing. Okay, bye bye, see you in my next video.